Hey everyone, it's Anna. Today's article is about how to file nails the square and squoval shape. So Katie Ray asks me, okay Anna, do you have any tips for how to file different nail shapes? I used to do the oval shape, but have switched to a much preferred squoval. I am having a tough time getting the shape just right, and they lean more towards the oval shape than I would like. Katie Ray, this is such a great question, and getting the right nail shape is a challenge for a lot of people. Don't feel bad. It just takes a little bit of practice. I had trouble getting my nail shapes right until a couple of years ago. A lot of people think that I have perfect nails, and this is so far from the truth, as you'll see in the following pictures. Most of us have wonky natural nail shapes, especially as they get longer. Excellent filing can hide a multitude of sins, but it's also important to file them correctly. So here's my best tip. Your nail tips will look best if they mirror the proximal fold of the eponychium, which I am going to call the cuticle line. Most people think that their proximal fold is their cuticle, but that's incorrect. So the proximal fold is the tight band of skin at the base of your nail. This is a very important guardian seal to keep germs and bacteria out of your nail matrix. And the nail matrix is where the new cells are created. And that happens right behind your cuticle line. So even though I'm going to be talking about the proximal fold in this article, I'm going to refer to it as the cuticle line because that's what everybody understands. So here's the mirror thing that I'm talking about. If you have square cuticle lines, you will look great with square or squoval nails. If you have very rounded cuticle lines, you're going to look best with very rounded tips. So as you can see in the following photos, I have square cuticle lines, therefore I prefer the squoval shape. So I know that these pictures are kind of complicated, but bear with me and hopefully it'll all make sense. So step one, take a look at your nails and look at the gentle U shape of your cuticle line. Now imagine that there is a line going through the bottom portion of the U horizontally, as in finger C in this photo. When you file your tips, you're going to start filing the free edge of the nail parallel to your cuticle lines. This is just a general guide to get you started. And in this photo, you can see how crooked my cuticle lines are. That makes it really hard for me to get it just right. Step two, using a 240 grit or finer nail file, file the tip of your nail straight across. Try to keep your tips parallel to your cuticle line. I find it helpful for me to put my hand that I'm filing on my thigh just above my knee for stability. Of course, this gets nail shavings all over my jeans, but that's what the washing machine is for, right? Okay, here's a big thing that we need to talk about. A lot of bloggers claim that you should only file in one direction. Recent information from my mentor, Doug Schoon, who's the author of Nail Structure and Product Chemistry, has proven with electron microscope photographs that this is completely false. It's totally okay to file back and forth in a seesaw motion. Thank goodness, because this is how I've been filing my nails my entire life. So I felt redeemed when he came out with that. And whether your favorite file has a paper center or is made from crystal, it's okay to use your favorite filing method. Okay, so step three. Once you have all of your nails with flat tops, what I want you to do is flip your hand over like this image. Spread your fingers so that all of them are pointing as straight up as possible. If I put my fingers together, the index and the pinky fingertips get pulled towards the center. Now look at the tops of your fingertips and the top line that you just filed on your nail. Use an imaginary line, as in finger C in this photo. What do you see? Are your tips parallel, or is one side higher than the other? They should be parallel. So go ahead and fix any that are uneven. It's going to sound weird, but this is your final straight line. Step 4. If step 3 affects the parallel lines on one of your fingers when you flip your hand back over, then you most likely have a crooked cuticle line. It may feel weird, but stick with the line you just created with your hand flipped over. I have some very crooked cuticle lines, so this was really tough for me. Okay, if you want square nails, stop here. You're done. Step 5, if you want to get squoval, which means it's square but kind of going towards oval. I like to look at it as I'm filing off those sharp corners that I will stab myself with, and then just slightly curving that flat top. So to get that squoval, what I want you to do is file off the sharp corners of each nail and slightly curve the top edge of your nail. And I really want to emphasize slightly. So you want to take just a little off the sides to soften the line so that it is not ruler straight. Step 6, using a 400 or higher grit nail file, smooth the free edge of each nail. Hold the file perpendicular to the tip and lightly sand from the top to the underside. And now you're ready for your manicure. Except sometimes you'll have those little nail shavings attached to your tips. And I really love sanding sticks to take care of the shavings when creating different nail shapes. They don't last very long, but they are fairly inexpensive. A lot of people want to know, what kind of file do I use? I only use cardboard nail files when I want to take down a lot of length quickly. Either that or I just cut them before I file them because I don't have enough time and want to be lazy. Anyway, I like to use a crystal nail file on my nails for finishing work because crystal nail files are about 600 grit, which means that they're very fine. I have 2 sizes of them, a small travel size in my purse and a full-size file at my nail table. The ultrafine grit gives you much smoother tips when you're filing. Smoother tips mean less fraying means less peeling, tearing, and breaking. And so here's a photo of the final result. Looking pretty good, right? So in conclusion, filing different nail shapes can be challenging and takes practice. I find that using the higher grit files are more forgiving because they don't file too much too fast. You have a lot more control. And this is a good thing. Remember that while you're practicing, it's okay if it takes 20 minutes or more to file your nails. You'll get better over time and you'll file quicker. Hey, it's Anna. I've written over 70 nail care articles that you can find at nailcarehq.com. And if you're looking for products that will help you have longer, stronger nails, visit myblisskiss.com. Be sure to push the subscribe button and turn on notifications to get alerted when I publish more videos. This is Anna, signing off and sending you bliss.